This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of MSPN Digital Television and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of MSPN Digital Television.
To the broadcast booth for the pregame show on MSPN Digital Television.
All right, it is Broken Bow, post 126, and LaMoure, post 19. Will LaMoure get a rematch with Glenwood Lowry? Or will Broken Bow get a rematch with Glenwood Lowry? One of those two is going to happen. We're going to find out which one here over the course of the next hour to 2 hours, right here on MSPN Digital Television. It's Game 5 of the Centennial Classic down here at Legion Field in Millbank, South Dakota, and we got it for you next here on MSPN.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level of my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
All right, welcome back. We are heading into the top of the first here in the final game of day 2 and our second to final broadcast here on MSPN Digital Television. Coming up after this game, we'll have the Fargo Post 400 Stars taking on the Bozeman Bucks from Bozeman, Montana. And we'll have that game. The first pitch is scheduled for 9:30 Central Time. I know it's a late game, but we're going to bring it to you anyway here on MSPN Digital Television. That means we'll have a little bit of a break when this game's over. I'm not sure how much of a break, but we've had enough of a break between each of the games to get set up and ready. So that's definitely a positive thing. So
shortstop number 20, Gunnar Filgis.
So LaMoure will be the visitors, and Broken Bow will be the home team in this game here. Gunnar Filgis will lead it off. The winner plays tomorrow morning at 11:30 a.m. against Glenwood Lowry, and it'll be a rematch for either team that wins this one. First pitch is a ball at 6:32 p.m. Second pitch is a strike, also at 6:32 p.m. Current conditions here in Millbank, mostly sunny and 78 degrees. And this one is going high to right, or left, excuse me, and he'll make the catch. Logan Bell out in left field for Broken Bow, making the catch for out number 1. And that'll bring up Blaze Isaacson.
Number 7, second baseman Blaze Isaacson.
Whatever that beeping noise is, it is not our equipment. I got that much confirmed, so there's nothing I can do about it other than hopefully it quits sooner than later. Yeah, I turn off our field mic here, and I take off my headset, and it's still beeping. So it's definitely not our equipment. Hopefully it doesn't get too annoying. It wasn't here during all the other games, so I'm not sure what's going on out there. That one is going to left field for a base hit. Blaze Isaacson will get on base. First base hit of this game comes 2 minutes in.
Pitcher number 2, Colby Philgis.
I'm sorry, I cannot. That's going in my headset, and it's just, I can't take it. So I have to turn that microphone off, and I'm sorry that the sound of the game is on mute. I'll check in occasionally to see if it's still there or not, but it's 0-2 right now, and at least I can concentrate. Colby Thiel just is the batter, and hopefully I can keep it entertaining without some extra sounds. That'll be a fly ball to left. On the run, making the catch is Logan Bell. So low fly and pop out to left field. Puts out number 2 on the board. Brings up Owen Lesko. And they snap throw back up to first. Safe at first. I believe it's 1 ball, no strike. And it's going to be at least 2 balls now, and a throw up to second, and he's safe. Scoreboard is showing 3-0, and that's what the umpire just said too. So 3 balls, no strikes. 2 outs. Runner on second is Blaze Isaacson. And strike 1. So he'll cash in on the free strike on the 3-0 count. And the 3-1. And that one is in for a strike. And it's a full count now at 3-2. Payoff pitch. Okay. Now it's 3-2, so scoreboard was off. That's okay, though. 3-2. Now it's the payoff pitch. And he walks him. And the walk to Lesko will bring up Mason Arkin.
Third baseman number 6, Mason Workin.
Ball 1 here to Workin. Fouled away, and we're even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Big thank you to Ron Kraus for allowing us to stay here to broadcast that Fargo Post 400 Stars game, and a big thank you to our camera people in Bozeman, Montana for giving us a video feed. That's coming at 9:30 tonight after the conclusion of this game. And the shortstop makes the catch in shallow left to end the inning. They strand 2 on base, and we go 0-0 to the middle of the first. We'll be back with more in a moment. Stay tuned.
No broken ball errors and 2.
Here's your chance to support MSPN Digital Television in one of 3 ways. First, everyone can subscribe to the MSPN YouTube channel absolutely free. Second, individuals and families can choose one of 3 monthly YouTube memberships. Third, local businesses can choose one of 2 monthly YouTube sponsorships. Visit our YouTube channel and look for and click the Join button to select the option that's best for you. For more information or to get answers to your questions about MSPN memberships and sponsorships, give us a call today at 701-491-6776.
All right, to the bottom of the first we go. Still 0-0 here on the Fargo Visitors and Convention Bureau scoreboard. Also, big thanks to North Dakota American Legion for sponsoring the broadcast of these games down here at the Centennial Classic Tournament at Legion Field in Millbank, South Dakota. During the commercial break, I was informed that they are investigating what that beeping sound was. They have not figured out what it is yet or how to eliminate it, but they are working on it, and so we'll keep checking in. Because, like I said, we've done 4 games and didn't have that until now. So I'm pretty sure they'll figure it out and get it eliminated. But for the moment,
number 10, Coy Wardine.
I'll tolerate it for as long as I possibly can. Haven't heard it recently. As soon as I say that, it'll probably start again. But strike 1 to Coy Wardine. Swing and a miss, maybe fouled it off the catcher's mitt. Anyway, it's strike 2. Logan Potts is the catcher, by the way. Kobe Thielgis is your starting pitcher for LaMoure. North Dakota versus Nebraska. And the 0-2. Inside edge, missed it. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jaron Reagan at first. Blake Isaacson, the second baseman, Gunnar Thielgis at short, and Mason Workin at third base. And here's the one on the 1-2, and it's now 2-2. In the outfield, Jake Kramer in left, Russell Exner in right, and Owen Lesko in straightaway center field. Here's the 2-2, and that's low, and we have a full count at 3 balls and 2 strikes now here to Coy Wardine. Once again, the winner will play Glendale Lowry at 11:30 in the championship. Winner take all single game. Fouled away, will stay tight at 3-2. Up and in for ball 4, and that'll be a walk. Max Denson, he's only been put down once in this tournament.
Base on balls brings up number 11, the catcher, Max Denson.
And that was in the top of the 7th to record the second out in that game against Glenwood Lowry. Prior to that, he was 6 for 6. He's 6 for 7 now here in the tournament. And he takes ball 1 here. Takes ball 2. High and in. Denson stepped out of the way as he apparently shaved today and didn't need a second one. 3-0. He'll check the runner at first, and he'll deliver. And the 3-0's headed out into center field. A line drive shot to Owen Lesko for the out. It sounds like a swing, and if it wasn't so sharp sounding in my headset, I could leave that mic on, but give me an earache possibly here otherwise. The pitch, the runner goes. The throw up to second is going to be not in time. It'll find its way into center field, and it'll be a stolen base for Coy Wardine. Pitch came across as a strike to Bryce Chaplin. And the pitch in for a ball, apparently. I will not question it. He's at the plate. I'm not. But from back here, it did not look like a ball. 1-1. 1-1. And this one is served up for potentially Reagan. And he cannot make the catch in foul territory, so drop for a strike, and that's 1-2. Umpires brought 3 outfits today. They wore the blue outfits in the 11:30 game. They wore the black outfits in the 2:30 game, and now they have the gray outfits here in the 6:30 game. Same 4 umpires. They're just rotating around the bases. And that is fouled away and will stay at 1-2. Those 4 umpires are Greg Warren, John Whitcraft, Steve Cryer, and Johnny Kirchner. And foul tip caught for a strikeout, and out number 2. Dominic Novak, the batter now. Ball 1 to Novak. Low pitch for a ball. That'll be 2 balls and no strikes now here. To Dominic Novak. Runner on second is Coy Wardine, and now he'll go to third, and he'll be safe. Stolen base gets him to third and gets him 90 feet away from putting Broken Bow in the lead early on here. 15 minutes so far here for the first inning, and now he is hit by a pitch. Or no, he was intentionally walked on a 2-0 count. That's interesting. And now Caden Record will be the batter.
The pitcher, number 27, Caden Record.
So runners on the corners here for Caden Record. All of his hits have gone to left field in this tournament, and now taking off for second is Dominic Novak. So 2 runners in scoring position here. And Broken Bow looking to strike here against LaMoure, Nebraska, from Broken Bow, Nebraska, and LaMoure, North Dakota. Battling it out here for a chance to go to the championship game of the Centennial Classic Tournament here at Legion Field in Millbank, South Dakota. 2 balls and 1 strike with 2 outs. And a ground ball to third. Diving, he cannot get it. Scoring is Wardening, and Novak will come around and score. And then the throw up to second's not in time. It will be a 2-run double. And Broken Bow takes an early 2-0 lead. Zach LaMoure now. And a foul ball off the third base side. And this one is skied up into center field. And caught there by Owen Lesko. Tagging on third is nobody because that's the third out. Sorry about that. And so the flyout will end the first inning, and Broken Bow takes an early 2-0 lead here over LaMoure post 19. And we'll be back in a moment here on MSPN Digital Television. Stay tuned.
24.
Welcome back. We go now to the top of the second. We'll see Logan Potts, Jaron Reagan, and Jake Kramer batter 6, 7, and 8 for LaMoure as they find themselves down 2-0 early on here on the Fargo Visitors and Convention Bureau scoreboard. Also, a big thanks to the North Dakota American Legion for being a part of making this broadcast possible. We certainly appreciate that. 2-0 for Broken Bows. The first pitch comes outside for a ball here at 9 minutes in front of the 7 o'clock hour in Millbank, South Dakota. 1 ball and no strike now here to Logan Potts. And the pitch. That'll miss for a ball, 2-0. Three and all. So 3 pitches and 3 balls to Logan Potts, and we'll see if Caden Reckert can snag his free strike here. No, he won't. He'll walk him instead on 4 pitches, and that'll bring up Jaron Reagan. And we'll have a courtesy runner for Logan Potts, and that courtesy runner is going to be number 18.
Courtesy running for the catcher, number 18, Jacody Lewis.
Jacody Lewis.
The batter is the first baseman, number 36, Jaron Reagan.
And a strike to Reagan to open up the close call at first there. And the pitch is high for a ball. 1-1 to Jaron Reagan. Nobody out on a base runner on from LaMoure. It's important that they get that base runner around here trailing 2-0. They don't want to get down much further than that if they can help it. That one's fouled away, and it's down on the count, 1-2, which isn't as bad as being down 2-0 on the scoreboard, but still want to improve on both if possible if you're a LaMoure fan, which I'm assuming half of our audience might be. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, and he'll foul that away, and we'll stay at 1-2. For our fans back in Fargo, the Stars are playing the Williston Keybirds in Bozeman, Montana. They will have the Bozeman Bucks, I believe, after that game against the Keybirds is finished. Ground ball to first. He'll drop the ball, and then the second baseman won't grab the ball. So there's going to be at least 1 error on that play, if not 2.
Number 24, left fielder, Jake Kramer.
He'll look for a bunt, and he'll miss the bunt, and that'll be strike 1. Jake Kramer, the batter, by the way. And he'll show bunt again, and he'll put it down the third base line and foul. Now move him to 2 strikes, and that will likely take the bunt out of play. Joey Potts waiting on deck here for LaMoure. And the pitch. And this one is going out into right field. The catch is made by right fielder Colton Eulig, and he'll fire it in. The runners will stay put at first and second. That records the first out of the inning and brings up Joey Potts. Joey Potts had a single to left so far here in the tournament. Everything else has not put him on base, with the exception of a walk. 1 ball, no strike. Swing and miss, strike 1. Strike 2. Ball, strike, strike, ball in that order on 4 pitches here to Joey Potts. Unofficially 35 pitches now for Caden Record. Pitch 36 coming up. And that pitch will miss, and we'll have a full count now at 3 balls and 2 strikes to Joey Potts. Gunnar Thiel just is on deck, and Gunnar would bring us back to the top of the order here. 1 away, runners on first and second. Reagan on first. And now Reagan will move to second on the walk to Potts. That'll put Jacody Lewis on third and bring up Gunnar Thiel just 0 for 1 with a fly out to left field on his last trip to the plate.
Shortstop number 20, Gunnar Filgis.
That one's popped up, fouled away. Nobody will make a play on that one, and it's 0-1. Here to Gunnar Thiel just on the fouled away pitch. Gunnar, the tallest of the three Theolgists on the roster here for LaMoure. Gunnar stands at 6 foot. Colby stands at 5'10", and Easton stands at 5'8". All three of those have played in this tournament at some point. 2-strike count now here to Gunnar Theolgist. And a ground ball out towards second base. Kellum back to first, not in time. They do get the lead runner, though. Well, actually, no, they don't get the lead runner. They get the middle runner. And they also score a run. So LaMoure gets on the board and cuts the lead in half as Jacody Lewis will score on the RBI ground out by Gunnar Theolgist. Or check that, RBI fielder's choice, I should say. Okay, so take the run off the board. And add it out and end the inning. Simple as that. So they leave, let me see here. Okay, so they are going to have 2 runners left on, and we will adjust our scoreboard accordingly. 2-0 here on the Fargo Visitors and Convention Bureau scoreboard. We'll be back in a moment. Stay tuned.
American Legion Baseball. A winning tradition since 1925. Thousands of young athletes have participated, and countless lives have been changed.
That was the fun part of summer ball and Legion was we just played. At that stage, I think everything's so pure. You're just wanting to play ball. I would 100% recommend it.
Legion Baseball is one of many programs of the American Legion, supporting our children, our military, and their families. Find out more about how we continue to serve America.
1 in 5 high school students use e-cigarettes or vapes. Some of them, like Juul, are so slim and sleek that they look like a flash drive. That's why e-cigarettes and vapes are so appealing to kids. There are more than 7,000 flavors and they're sold where kids shop, online and in convenience stores. Most e-cigarettes contain nicotine, which is highly addictive and can harm brain development as teens grow. No amount of nicotine is safe for youth. Like it or not, we are a target. This message is brought to you by the Minnesota Department of Health.
Welcome back. Kansas Kellum is the batter here to lead things off in the bottom of the second. And Broken Bow has the 2-0 lead, and the first pitch there to Kellum is in for strike 1. He's 0 for 1 on a flyout. And now he'll likely fly out again, this time to center field, and Owen Lesko makes the catch. Out number 1. 2 pitches in and out. That's pretty decent efficiency there for the LaMoure pitcher. Brings up Colton Ulig now.
Right fielder number 8, Colton Ulig.
Strike 1. The call here to Ulig. So instead of resetting the count, we'll just leave it at 0-1 like it was for the previous batter. And that will miss to the outside. Now we're even at a ball and a strike, 1-1. Colby Theolgist, unofficially at 26 pitches, 13 balls, 13 strikes. Here's pitch 27, and that's in for strike 14. Strike, ball, strike as we enter a 1-2 count here into the batter, Colton Ulig. Ulig will swing and foul it away, third base side and out of play, and we go to 1-2. We stay at 1-2. Strike, ball, strike, fouled away. And the pitch, high for a ball. And we have a full count at 3-2. Or, yeah, I think it's 3-2. I can't read the scoreboard from here. Doesn't matter what it is now. He struck him out. That's out number 2. Goes down looking. Logan Bell will be the batter now here for Broken Bow.
Left fielder number 19, Logan Bell.
Logan Bell. Oh, yeah, I said that right. I think, anyway. Ball 1 to Logan Bell. Swing and a miss, strike one. So 1-1 now here to Logan Bell. And that one's hit out into left field. And the catch is made there by Jake Kramer. That will retire Broken Bow here in the second inning of play. Still remains 2-0. We go to the top of the third. We're 31 minutes into the contest. We'll be back with more in a moment. Stay tuned.
No LaMoure errors and no runners left. 35 pitches for...
Every day across our great nation, members of the American Legion are shaping and brightening their communities. American Legion members are volunteering to assist wheelchair-bound veterans. Still, others are helping the current generation of service members transition back to civilian life. If you are a wartime veteran, please consider uniting with your brothers and sisters in the nation's largest and most influential veteran service organization. Join the American Legion today.
When one of us comes up short,
we all come up short.
There's no vape in team.
Think there are only school supplies in your child's backpack? Think again. 5 e-cigarettes were hiding in plain sight. Parents, do your homework.
Learn more about vaping at health.mn.gov/e-cigarettes.
All right, 2-0 Broken Bow as we move into the third inning of play, averaging 33 minutes divided by 2. What's that, about 16 and a half minutes per inning?
LaMoure in the top of the third. Second baseman number 7, Blaze Isaacson.
Blaze Isaacson's 1 for 1 as he takes the first pitch for a strike. He singled out into left field last time he was up. And the 0-1 delivery. Outside, ball 1. I think the umpire said 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch. Fouled away. It'll remain 2-2, we think. No signal from the ump, so that would signal that it is indeed 2-2. That one's popped up. Second baseman will call off his teammates and snag it. That's Kansas Kellum for out number 1.
Now batting the pitcher number 2, Colby Filgis.
Kobe Thiel just now at the pitch, and it's low for a ball. He's 0 for 1, fly out to left field last time he was at the plate. And the 1-0, and this one blasted right up the middle, a diamond cutter into center field, and that's good for a base hit and a single.
The base hit brings up number 8, center fielder Owen Lesko.
Owen Lesko, the batter now, with a runner on first. Pitch is low for a ball. 1-0 here to Lesko. He was walked last time he was at the plate. And this one's going to center field. Backpedaling there, and it's over his head. Wardeen couldn't make the catch, and heading into third is Kobe Thiel. He'll slide in, and it'll be a double for Owen Lesko. So Lesko with the double puts runners on second and third. Mason Warkin 0 for 1 with a fly out to left last time he was at the plate. And that one's low outside for ball one now. Can LaMoure get a base hit and tie this game? That's all they need when there's only one out. And you got a little bit to work with here. And right up the middle, it will indeed be a base hit. And Kobe Thiel just will score for sure. They'll pump the brakes on Lesko at third. It's a 2-1 game. And then Warkin gets out at first as he stepped off the base as he was looking to round to second, which allowed the defense to try and tag him out. So that puts 2 outs on the board, but he does get credit for a hit. And once again, second and third is where we're at. Or I'm sorry, just third, I should say. Logan Potts the batter. 2-strike count here to Potts already. Can he get Lesko in from third? He's going to pop it up, and maybe not. Nope, it's going to go into the glove of Kansas Kellum, and that will secure the inning here in the top of the third, stranding Lesko on third, but they do get one across the plate, and they cut the lead in half. Middle of the third we go, and we'll be back in a moment here on MSPN Digital Television.
Here's the thing about this game. It doesn't matter who you are, how big, or how small. It doesn't matter where you live, or where you come from. It's everyone's game. So if you want to play, you can play. Your team's waiting at legion.org/playball.
Yeah, I just picked her up. We should be there in 20 minutes.
Who is it? Oh, it's him. Where is he?
I know. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
All right, it's the top of the order here in the bottom of the third. Coy Wardeen will lead it off. We'll see Max Denson and Bryce Chaplin this inning as well. First pitch comes across the plate for a strike. Wardeen 0 for 0. He with a walk here in this game so far. Center fielder pitcher stands 5'8". Right-hander, graduate in 2025. One ball, one strike. 2 balls, 1 strike, excuse me. And the pitch is in for strike 2. We're even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch is going to miss outside for ball 3. So a full count now at 3 balls and 2 strikes. High pop-up. Shallow left, making the catch there, shortstop Gunnar Thielges.
The catcher, number 11, Max Denson.
And Denson will send it deep to center field. Backpedaling to the warning track. Making the catch is Owen Lesko. Out number 2 brings up Bryce Chaplin.
The first baseman, number 7, Bryce Chaplin.
High in for ball 1. Chaplin struck out swinging last time he was at the plate. 2 away here in the bottom of the 3rd. And there's a strike, 1-1. And the pitch outside for a ball. And it is 2-1 now. Here to Bryce Chaplin. And that one's fouled back, and we're at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Nobody on base. A 2-1 ball game here on the Fargo Visitors and Convention Bureau scoreboard. And this one is going to left, and it's going all the way off the wall. And chasing it down is Jake Kramer. He will finally pick it up, and cruising into second base for the double is Chaplin.
Now batting shortstop number 1, Dominic Novak.
So Chaplin bounces one off the medium-high portion of the wall out in left field. You got 3 levels of height on the wall in left field, and he bounced it off the second highest level. Pitches in for a strike. No balls and 2 strikes now here to Dominic Novak, who was walked last time he was at the plate. Outside for a ball, 1-2. And that'll be a drop third strike, and he will throw it up to first to complete the out. And that will strand the runner on base. 3 gone and 1 across in the top half, but none across in the bottom half for Broken Bow. It remains 2-1. Can LaMoure tie it up in the 4th? We're about to find out when we return after this.
It's payback time.
It's not fun being the target of rude behavior. Sports has many traditions, but bad sportsmanship isn't one of them. This message brought to you by MSPN Digital Television.
You may have heard that the American Legion helps honor our fallen heroes.
Or that the American Legion helped write the GI Bill, enabling veterans to get a college education.
And yeah, you've heard us tell a good story or two.
But did you know that the American Legion does so much more for our veterans?
From advocacy on Capitol Hill to serving others in our communities, the American Legion continues its tradition in strengthening America through service.
So if you're a veteran,
consider joining us.
Or donate to help us support our veterans.
Three complete here at Legion Field in Millbank, South Dakota. The Broken Bow post 126 out of Nebraska has the lead 2-1 over LaMoure post 19 out of North Dakota. Here on the Fargo Visitors and Convention Bureau scoreboard. Visit them at fargomorehead.org Learn about all the places you can visit when you're in Fargo when you come up to watch the 2025 Central Plains Regional Tournament as 10 as teams will battle it out on the road to Shelby here on MSPN Digital Television. Here's the pitch, and a ground ball out towards first base, and a quick toss. No, he'll take it himself, and it's an unassisted ground out to first as Bryce Chaplin will step on the bag, and that's out number 1.
The left fielder, number 24, Jake Kramer.
Jake Kramer with a fly out to right last time he was at the plate. That elevated fastball actually went higher than instead of the intended drop. Ball 1. I don't think I've seen a ball fly like that recently. Ball 2. You throw a high fastball and then it goes up as it gets closer to the plate. And yeah, I don't know how you do that, but apparently it's possible. 2 balls and no strikes here to Jake Kramer. Make that 2 balls and a strike as he does find the inside edge of the plate there. Max Denson catching, Bryce Chaplin at first, Kansas Kellum at second, Dominic Novak to shortstop, Zach Lowry at third. Here's the windup, and the 2-1 pitch is in for ball 3. In the outfield, Logan Bell in left, Colton Uligan right, and Coy Wardine in center field. 3 balls and a strike with 1 out, no runners on. Jake Kramer the batter, Joey Potts on deck. And a little dribbler. And he will not get it there in time. So he'll reach base on an error. Throwing error on the pitcher, not getting it to first in a fashion that Chaplin could make a play on it. So I'll reset the count here for Joey Potts. Now, this one is going to be a chance here for the pitcher, Caden Record, and he will record out number 2. So a pop out to the pitcher on the first pitch to Joey Potts.
Shortstop number 20, Gunnar Thilgis.
Gunnar Thilgis, 0 for 1, will fly out to left. Ball 1, the count. Strike 2. The scoreboard says 2 and 1. I had 1 and 2. Well, it's 3 and 1 now. Ball 4, and that'll walk them. That'll put 2 runners on base. For Blake Isaacson, who's 1 for 2. Single and a fly out. Single to left, fly out to right. But first, we'll have a conversation here between coach and pitcher. So to reset, Jake Kramer on second, Gunnar Thilgis on first. Broken Bowl with a 2-1 lead. tying run is in scoring possession.
Watermelon feed, thanks to the city of Milbank, taking place down the third base line. You can get your free watermelon. It is Caden Krause approved. The watermelon feed taking place down the third base line.
There you go.
Second baseman number 7, Blaze Isaacson.
And that came close to hitting him, but it'll be ball 1. Isaacson 1 for 2, a single to left, fly out to right. That one snagged there by the shortstop to third, and the throwing error will allow Kramer to be safe at third. Isaacson will reach on a fielder's choice, and a throwing error will allow Kramer to get to third.
Isaacson reaches on the fielder's choice. Now batting pitcher number 2, Colby Filgis.
So the bases are loaded now for Colby Thiel. Just 1 for 2, a fly out to left and a single to center. And he took that first pitch for a strike. And Thiel just will pop it up and he'll go to a strike 2 count. So the good news, they have the bases loaded. The bad news is every time in the tournament they've had the bases loaded, they have not been able to capitalize on it. Can Colby Thiel just change that here for LaMoure? And that will, oh, what a catch in right field by Colby Uglis. And that ends the inning, and they cannot capitalize on it. They nearly did. They came that close, but Colton Eulig makes a nice grab in right field, and that will bring us to the end of the top of the 4th. They strand 3 on base, and they continue to trail 2-1.
Record after 4 innings, 77 pitches.
And we'll be back with more in a moment here on MSPN Digital Television.
Hey, great party.
Oh, thanks. Here you go. 1 hamburger, medium well.
This is well done.
No. That's medium well.
What? Are you calling me a liar? This thing is practically burned.
That's it. You're not going to come to my house and tell me how to cook a hamburger.
You wouldn't do it there.
Gotta be crazy.
So don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
All right, move to the bottom of the 4th. Be batters 5, 6, and 7 for Broken Bow. Caden Record, Zach Lowry, and Kansas Kellum will be the hitters we see here in this inning.
For Broken Bow, the pitcher number 27, Caden Record.
First pitch in for a strike, 0-1. Record doubled to left field last time he was at the plate. One and one the count here to Record. And a bouncing ball that goes foul on the third base side, and we'll go to 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that one will pounce through, and we're at 2-2. Ground ball to short. Picked up and overthrown at first. That will be an error, and that will allow Record to reach base. E6 on the play, and that brings up Zach Lowry.
Third baseman number 5, Zach Lowry.
That one's going to be popped up, and nice catch there from Gunnar Thiel, just the shortstop, to record out number 1.
Second baseman number 12, Kansas Kellum.
1 out for Kansas Kellum, 0 for 1, fly out to left field last time he was at the plate. He'll look for the bunt, and he tried to catch it. Warkin did, but couldn't quite get his glove underneath it. And he'll drop for a strike, 0-1. Swing and tapped foul for strike 2. So fouled away, and an 0-2 count now here as Colby Thiel just gets ahead of Kansas Kellum. Colton Eulig is on deck, who made the nice catch in right field to end the 3rd inning. Right back into your television screen, and we'll stay at 0-2. Or into your mobile phone screen, wherever you may be watching from. Maybe your laptop screen. Runner goes, and a swing and a miss for he got a foul tip on that. So he's seen 4 pitches, and he's fouled out 4 of them away, and Caden Record will have to make the long trip back to first base where he started. 0-2 and 1 out. Ball 1. First pitch not fouled away, comes on pitch 5 of the at-bat here for Kansas Kellum. That one's going to left field. And the catch is made there by Jake Kramer.
Right fielder number 8, Colton Eulig.
Colton Eulig will send that one foul to the third base side. We've hit the 1 hour mark of the ball game now here, as we are 2 outs over halfway through this ball game. And 1 out away from going to the 5th. And they got him at first, and that 1 out comes there. And that will end the 4th inning of play. So Colton Eulig will restart his at-bat. Hang on a moment here. The officials are going to get together. They initially called him out. We'll see if that's the call or not here when they break their little huddle. No, he's safe. They're going to reverse their initial call of out and say that he is safe. So we'll continue the inning here, and Colton Eulig is at an 0-1 count. And there's a strike, and it's 0-2 to Colton Eulig. Thiel just checks the runner and delivers. Missed ball 1. He went low, tried to get that inside edge around the knees of Eulig, but got a little bit too low on that. So he'll try again with a 1-2 count. He'll check the runner. He'll set and deliver. And that one's going to left field, and it's going foul. So we'll stay at 1-2. And a ground ball to second, picked up by Isaacson. He'll throw it to first, and that will be the third out. They'll strand one on base, and now we can go to the fifth inning of play. 1 hour and 2 minutes into the ball game, it remains 2-1 Broken Bow on the Fargo Visitors and Convention Bureau scoreboard. And we'll be back in just a moment here on MSPN Digital Television.
Pitches for Vilches.
Here's your chance to support MSPN Digital Television in one of 3 ways. First, everyone can subscribe to the MSPN YouTube channel absolutely free. Second, individuals and families can choose one of 3 monthly YouTube memberships. Third, local businesses can choose one of 2 monthly YouTube sponsorships. Visit our YouTube channel and look for and click the Join button to select the option that's best for you. For more information, or to get answers to your questions about MSPN memberships and sponsorships, give us a call today at 701-491-6776.
Owen Lesko, the batter here. I want to say hello to Jim, watching from Denver, North Carolina, as that one's fouled off for strike one. Jim, update from Bozeman, Montana. The Stars and the Williston Keybirds are 0-0. The Stars are batting. They have runners on first and second with nobody out. Keep you updated on that game, as I know Jim's interested in it, and I'm guessing maybe a couple others might be too. That one hit out into left field, and on the run, making the catch there in left field is Logan Bell. Out number 1.
Third baseman number 6, Mason Workin.
So Mason Workin 1 for 2, fly out to left, single to center. And a strike, 0-1 to Workin. And this one, line drive into left field. It's a base hit. Zach Lowry, the third baseman, jumped up but couldn't quite grab it. It was about a foot over his outstretched arm. And it's a base hit and a single for Mason Workin.
Catcher number 1, Logan Potts.
Fouled back, strike 1. Logan Potts is the batter. Nice strike. Strike 2. That one's going to be popped up, and did he make the catch? Yes, he did. First base umpire said yes, he did. So that'll be out number 2. So pops a pop out in foul territory to the first baseman. Brings up Jaron Reagan. And now Max Denson will go up and share some words with Caden Record.
First baseman number 36, Jaron Reagan.
Just missed for ball 1 there to Reagan. Once again, Mason Warkin on first. And a ground ball to third. And he'll look to first, go to second. They'll get the lead runner. That's all they needed, and that will leave one stranded on base as Reagan will unofficially reach with a fielder's choice, and that will end the top of the fifth. We go to the bottom of the fifth. It's still a 2-1 game. It could go either way at either time. The winner plays Glenwood Lowry tomorrow morning at 11:30. Who's that winner going to be? We're going to find out here over the next couple of innings. We'll be right back with more here on MSPN Digital Television.
American Legion Baseball. A winning tradition since 1925. Thousands of young athletes have participated, and countless lives have been changed.
And that was the fun part of summer ball and Legion was we just played. At that stage, I think everything's so pure. You're just wanting to play ball. I would 100% recommend it.
Legion Baseball is one of many programs of the American Legion, supporting our children, our military, and their families. Find out more about how we continue to serve America.
1 in 5 high school students use e-cigarettes or vapes. Some of them, like Juul, are so slim and sleek that they look like a flash drive. That's why e-cigarettes and vapes are so appealing to kids. There are more than 7,000 flavors, and they're sold where kids shop, online and in convenience stores. Most e-cigarettes contain nicotine, which is highly addictive and can harm brain development as teens grow. No amount of nicotine is safe for youth. Like it or not, we are a target. This message is brought to you by the Minnesota Department of Health.
Welcome back. 2-1 Broken Bow here on the Fargo Visitors and Convention Bureau scoreboard. Logan Bell will send this one to the third baseman, make that the shortstop. Gunnar Thiel just records out one.
For Broken Bow, leadoff batter number 10, center fielder Coy Wardeen.
And as you just heard, we'll flip it back to the top of the order now with Coy Wardeen. One away here in the bottom of the fifth. Strike is taken there. And he will go to deep right. And they will drop for a base hit. It's picked up there by Russell Exner. And it will be a single for Wardeen.
Number 11, the catcher, Max Denson.
He'll look over it first, he'll set, and he'll deliver. And that one will pounce away, and that will allow Wardeen to get the second. Ball one. Ball two. One hour and 10 minutes into the ball game now. Ball three. Max Denson 0 for 1. Line drive out to the center fielder and a fly out to the center fielder. 3 balls and no strikes here to Max Denson. Swing and a tap fouls for strike one. So strike one comes at the 1 hour and 11 minute mark of the ball game here for Mark Denson. As Broken Bow has a runner in scoring position, looking to extend their 2-1 lead and give them an extra run cushion here, heading into the 6th inning. You get the feeling that if Broken Bow can get that 2-run cushion, that it might be enough. Runner takes off for third, and that one's going to right field. And right in front of the warning track, the catch is made. Runner will tag on second. Wardeen will make it to third, and it will be out number 2. Brings up Bryce Chaplin. So now we'll have a visit to the mound here for LaMoure. Down 2-1, and Broken Bow has a runner on third. And we'll see if Kobe Thiel just is pulled or not. And looks like it'll be nothing more than a conversation at this point. It's a tight game. The winner of this one goes to the championship game. And right now, Broken Bow in a very good position to take a 3-1 lead and make it that much more difficult for LaMoure heading into the final 2 innings of play. In the pitch. In for a strike, 0-1. That one's going to be heading out into center field. Catch is made for out number 3. That will strand Wardeen on third, and it will remain a 2-1 game. Here heading into the
no runs, 1 hit, no LaMoure errors, and 1 runner left.
6th inning of play. So LaMoure down to their final 6 outs to try and score at least 1 run, and we'll see if they can do that here when we return after this. Stay tuned.
Every day across our great nation, members of the American Legion are shaping and brightening their communities. American Legion members are volunteering to assist wheelchair-bound veterans. Still, others are helping the current generation of service members transition back to civilian life. If you are a wartime veteran, please consider uniting with your brothers and sisters in the nation's largest and most influential veteran service organization. Join the American Legion today.
All right, welcome back. Top of the 6th. Jake Kramer. And that one's fouled away for a strike. Post 400 update for Jim, because I know he's watching. The Stars currently have a 7-3 lead over Thief River Falls. I'm sorry, the Comets have a 7-3 lead over Thief River Falls, and the Stars have a 1-0 lead in the 3rd over Williston. Swing and a miss there. Maybe he got a piece of it. Either way, it is strike 2 to the batter, Jake Kramer. 0 for 2 with a fly out and reach base on an error for Kramer. And a ball. Denson thought he framed it up over the strike zone, but home plate umpire said no, he didn't. And it's 1-2, and the 1-2 delivery. Swing and a miss, and he got him. He jammed him up high inside, and that's out number 1. Joey Potts, the batter now, 0 for 1 with a walk and a pop out to the pitcher.
Joey Potts.
Ball 1. Once again, walk, fly out. Hour and 17 minutes into the contest. Joey Potts, the batter. 1-0 and make it 1-1. Caught the inside edge on that pitch there. Nice pitch there by Caden Record. Swing and a miss, strike 2. This will be pitch 94 according to my numbers for Caden Record. And ball 2. Ball 3. Full count now here to Joey Potts. Gunnar Thiel just is on deck. Potts and Thiel just representing batters 9 and 1 in the lineup here for LaMoure. Wind up in the delivery. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him. Out number 2. So,
Shortstop number 20, Gunnar Thielgis.
Gunnar Thielgis will face pitch 97 from Caden Record. Thielgis is 0 for 1 with a fly out to left and a walk. And that one's going to be popped up. And he won't get it this time. I can't remember who made that play into the net. It might have been the Broken Bow catcher. I can't remember. But we had a play similar to that one earlier in the tournament, and they made the catch. Not this time, though. That's the only version of Van Halen's Jump that won't get me a copyright strike on YouTube. At least I don't think. 0-1 after the fouled away pitch, and now a ground ball to third. Picked up there by LaMoure. He'll fire it across to Chaplin for the out. And it's a 1-2-3 inning here for LaMoure in the top of the 6th.
No runs, no hits, no broken bow errors, and no runners left. That's 98 pitches for Record after 6 innings. 98 pitches.
We'll be back with more in a moment. Stay tuned.
When one of us comes up short,
We all come up short.
there's no vape in team.
Think there are only school supplies in your child's backpack? Think again. 5 e-cigarettes were hiding in plain sight. Parents, do your homework.
Learn more about vaping at health.mn.gov/e-cigarettes.
Here's the thing about this game. It doesn't matter who you are, how big, or how small. It doesn't matter where you live, or where you come from. It's everyone's game. So if you want to play, you can play. Your team's waiting at legion.org/playball.
Shortstop number 1, Dominic Novak.
All right, Dominic Novak, a walk and a fly out to left. Here in the bottom of the 6th, one of the quicker games of the tournament. We're at an hour and 21, knock on wood. And that, I didn't jinx it here, but there'll be a base hit. That'll be an infield hit towards second, and I'll put the runner on.
Novak reaches on the error. Now batting
Oh, they're
pitcher
going
number
to charge an error. I
27,
guess I didn't
Caden
see the
Leonard.
error there. So we'll go ahead and change that to an error. I'll have to look at the replay on that one. I'm assuming it was charged to the second baseman, but... Safe at first. And the 0-1 pitch, it'll be a wild pitch into the backstop, allowing Novak to move to second base. Actually, he'll come back to first. 2 strikes. He must have tapped it foul. One and two. Going to right, or the first base side, and I cannot see. I'll wait for the umpire. And no, it'll drop for a strike. So it'll remain strike 2. He'll check the runner. He'll set, and he'll fire over to first. And oh, they got very close there. Novak safe, just barely. One, two, the count. He'll check the runner again, and he'll fire over again. That time he is back in time, no doubt about it. Check the runner again. Will he try and pick him off again? Not this time. He'll send the pitch, and it'll be fouled away. We'll stay at 1 and 2. I think this is Wood. Trying to unjinx what I said earlier. And everybody will reset here. Time is called. Batter will talk to his coach. Potts will go up and talk to Theolgis. I have Theolgis on his 85th pitch coming up here. So Theolgis will set. He'll lean in. He'll get the call here from Potts. He'll check over his shoulder at Novak at first and deliver the 1-2. Ground ball to short. Scooped up, and they will fire it over to first for the out. That will advance Novak to second and put the first out on the board. So record out on a 6-3, bringing up Zach LaMoure.
Batting for Broken Bow, third baseman number 5, Zach LaMoure.
Ball 1 here to LaMoure. And that one's going to center field. And that will be caught. Novak will tag on second and make it to third. Out 2 brings up Kansas Kellum.
Second baseman number 12, Kansas Kellum.
Can Kellum find a base hit to give Broken Bow an extra run lead here going into the top of the 7th? Kellum will put the stop sign up to Novak at third as Logan Potts was able to keep that ball in front of him. And it's 1 ball, no strike. As a result here to Kansas, Kellum is 0 for 2 with a pair of flyouts, both of them to left field. And this is a ground ball towards the shortstop. He'll fire it over to first. They got the out. The run doesn't score. It's 2-1 going to the 7th inning. LaMoure needs to score at least 1 to keep themselves in this game. It's been 2-1 since the top of the 3rd. Can they get another one in? We're about to find out here when we return after this. Stay tuned.
90 pitches after 6 innings for Thilgis of LaMoure. 90 for Thilgis. And 98 after 6 innings for Record of Broken Bow. 98.
There's the pitch count, so we'll be back in a moment.
Yeah, I just picked her up. We should be there in 20 minutes.
Who is it? Oh, it's him. Where is he?
I know. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
All right, new pitcher on the mound. Here's Dominic Novak. He comes in from shortstop. Kansas Kellum moves from second to short. And then the previous pitcher, Caden Record, moves out to second base. So that's the defensive changes here. So Caden Record in the books right now to be the winning pitcher if Broken Bow can hold on to this 2-1 lead here through the next 3 outs of play. And if that would be the case, Dominic Novak would earn the save in this game as well. But Blaze Isaacson, Kobe Thilgis, and Owen Lesko are going to say something. Are going to try and say something about that. It's the 2-3-4 batters for LaMoure here in the top of the 7th. They need to get 1 across the plate.
Playing off the top of the 7th for LaMoure. Second baseman number 7, Blaze Isaacson.
Blaze Isaacson will take the first pitch for a strike. Isaacson's 1 for 3, a single to left, a fly out to right, and reached on a fielder's choice that ended the inning last time he was at the plate. Bouncing ball to short, picked up there by Kellum. He'll fire it over to first, and the 6-3 out is complete, and that's 2 pitches and 1 out. Kobe Thilgis.
The pitcher, number 2, Colby Thilgis.
1 for 3, a fly out to left, a single to center, and a fly out to right. And he will get hit by this one, and he'll earn himself a base. He tried to duck out of the way, and then when he came back up, that's when the ball hit him. He didn't stay ducked out of the way enough, long enough.
Center fielder, number 8, Owen Lesko.
And he tried to hit the corner and missed. It'll be ball 1. He'll check the runner. He'll set. Runner almost went. And now the pick back throw to first. Safe. 1-1 the count. Ball 2 and another throw up to first. And that ricochets off the umpire's right leg, and I believe that was ball 2. Yes, it was. Runner will go this time. That one's fouled away, and the runner will have to come back. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count now here to Owen Lesko. 1 away, the tying run is on base. Mason Warkin is in the on-deck circle. So unless Owen Lesko bats into a double play, we'll see Mason Warkin next. Ball 3. Three-two, full count. He'll check the runner, he'll set. He'll deliver the payoff. The runner goes, and he walks him. And I'll put runners on first and second.
Third baseman, number 6, Mason Warkin.
And Novak is going to get a visit from his coach and his teammates here. As the tying run has moved into scoring position, and the go-ahead run is on first base, so they're going to go talk some strategy here. LaMoure in a good position at the moment with 1 out to try and get Kobe Thiel just in from second. And LaMoure is talking about how they can potentially prevent that from happening. Mason Warkin 2 for 3, a fly out to left. Since then, a pair of singles, 1 to center and 1 to left field. LaMoure needs a big bat. Can Warkin make it happen? Ball 1. Logan Potts is the batter on deck if we can get that far into the lineup here. And ball 2. And the windup in the delivery. And it's low for ball 3, so 3 pitches and a 3-0 count to Mason Warkin with Logan Potts on deck. Runners on first and second. Colby Thiel just on second. Owen Lesko on first. And the pitch. And he will get it in there for a strike on the 3-0 count, so it's 3-1. And a big pitch coming up here for Dominic Novak. Can he push it to a 3-2 count? He can. A high sinking curveball makes it 3-2. And the payoff pitch. Ball 4 and the bases are loaded. Broken Bowl found themselves in a similar situation before they would fly out to left.
Logan Potts.
The only difference here is there's 1 out instead of 2. Logan Potts needs a base hit to tie, potentially give LaMoure the lead. 1 out. And the stop sign goes up to Thiel just at third, and it's 1 ball, no strike to Logan Potts. 0 for 2, a walk, a pop out to the second baseman, and a pop out to the first baseman in foul territory. And strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. The count here to Logan Potts. LaMoure in the top of the 7th needs at least 1 run. They got that one run they need 90 feet away at third base. His name is Colby Thielges. And the 1-1 pitch. And that one will bounce away, but not far enough for Thielges to take advantage, and it's 2-1. Jaron Reagan would be the next batter if we get to that point. And a bouncing ball to third. It's batted down, and the throw to first. Off the plate, everybody's safe. Colby Thielges scores from third. We have a tie ball game, and the bases are loaded with one out still.
RBI for Potts, and he'll reach on the error.
So a costly error there for Broken Bow. It cost them a potential victory here in the top of the 7th. Everybody advances on that same error. Owen Lesko now the go-ahead run at third.
The batter is first baseman number 36, Jaron Reagan.
And they're looking to steal home, and out. So that'll put the second out on the board as he tried to steal home. Warkin will move to third, and that opens up second base. And the pitch is a ball, so it's 1-0 to Reagan. Or, sorry, it's 1-1, I'm sorry, to Reagan. One runners on the corners, and the pitch, and it's going to left field and drifting foul. One ball, two strikes, 2 outs in a tie ball game, 2-2. And the pitch going to left field, and it's going foul. So stay at 1-2. Hour and 39 minutes, time of the game. Reagan, ground ball to third. It is picked up there by Warkin, or check that. Oh, high, safe at first. On the collision, he's safe, and that allows Warkin to score. The courtesy runner for Logan Potts moves into third base, and LaMoure takes a 2-1 lead. Jacody Lewis is the runner for Potts. He's at third. Runners on the corners once again, first and third. And now we have a conversation at first base here between the runner and the coach. LaMoure takes the 3-2 lead as Reagan avoids a throwout.
Lowry now playing second. Record at third.
So Caden Record moves from second to third. Zach Lowry moves from third to second base. Defensive change there for Broken Bow. Jake Kramer 0 for 3, fly out, reached on an error, and a strikeout swing. And he'll take a strike there, and I believe it's 1-1. No, I checked that. It's 0-2. A 3-2 lead for LaMoure, and that puts Broken Bow into a position where they must score in the bottom of the 7th. Here's the pitch, and struck him out. Caught him looking, and that leaves 2 on base, but they get 2 across, and we go to the bottom of the 7th with LaMoure leading 3-2. Can they hang on to that 1-run lead, or will Broken Bow tie and or walk it off? That's the question we're going to get an answer to when we return after this here on MSPN Digital Television. Stay tuned.
It's payback time. It's not fun being the target of rude behavior. Sports has many traditions, but bad sportsmanship isn't one of them. This message brought to you by MSPN Digital Television.
You may have heard that the American Legion helps honor our fallen heroes.
Or that the American Legion helped write the GI Bill, enabling veterans to get a college education.
And yeah, you've heard us tell a good story or two.
But did you know that the American Legion does so much more for our veterans?
From advocacy on Capitol Hill to serving others in our communities, the American Legion continues its tradition of strengthening America through service.
So if you're a veteran,
consider joining us.
Or donate to help us support our veterans.
All right, welcome back. First pitch was fouled away for a strike. And now a ball. It's 1-1 to Colton Ulig. 0 for 2, struck out looking, and a ground out to second. Broken Bow needs 1 here in the bottom of the 7th to try and force the 8th, or 2 to walk it off and win. 2 for Broken Bow in the bottom of the 1st, 1 for LaMoure in the top of the 3rd. That 2-1 lead for Broken Bow carried over into the top of the 7th, where LaMoure scored 2 to take the 3-2 lead. And this one's fouled away, third base side and out of play. It'll be strike 2. Swing and a miss. It'll be a drop third strike. They'll throw it up to first to complete the out, and that is a strikeout.
Number 19, left fielder, Logan Bell.
Logan Bell, batter 9. Jim, the post 400 Stars, defeated Thief River Falls 7-5. That just went final a moment ago. And hit by a pitch will put him on base. And the tying run is on base now. And it brings up the top of the order, Coy Wardine.
Center fielder, number 10, Coy Wardine.
1 out, walk, fly out, single for Coy Wardine. The walk, and then the single to right, and then the walk, then the fly out to left, then the single to right. First pitch comes across for a strike. Hour and 45 is the time of the game as Thiel just will reset. I have Thiel just in the 95 pitch window. And fouled away for a strike. And popped up, fouled away, strike 2. It was already a 2-strike count, so it'll stay a 2-strike count. 1 out and a big pitch here for Thiel. Just can he get the second out, either through strikeout, fly out, or ground out, or will he give up a base hit? He will give up a base hit. Throw to second, not in time. Oh, he's out at second. How about that?
That was the 100th pitch. 100 pitches. Catcher number 11, Max Denson.
9-6 on the throw out at second. Runner goes. And that one's fouled away, and he will not make the catch. It will be out of play. He was not able to make a catch on that one. No balls, one strike. To Max Denson, Bryce Chaplin would potentially be the next batter. And a ball. 1-1 to count here to Max Denson. Pitch 102, so he has 3 pitches left. This one plus 2 more. And then if he's not done with Max Denson, he would be able to finish him out, and that's it. Throw to second, not in time. He'll roll into second base, or center field, excuse me. So now the tying run is in scoring position, and all Broken Bow needs is a base hit. Pitch came across as a ball, so it's 2-1 here to Max Denson. And the pitch and a ground ball bouncing foul to third. And 2-2 the count as a result. Broken Bow down to potentially their final strike. And the pitch. And that one is going to right field, and it's caught. And LaMoure will play Glenwood Lowry in the championship game tomorrow morning at 11:30. They'll get a rematch against their first-round opponent.
No runs, no hits, no LaMoure.
Your final score in this one, it is LaMoure, post 19-3, and Broken Bow, post 126-2. The championship game is set. We'll tell you more when we return from our post-game break here in just a moment.
Hey, great party.
Oh, thanks. Here you go. 1 hamburger, medium well.
This is well done.
No. That's medium well.
What? Are you calling me a liar? This thing is practically burnt.
That's it. You're not going to come to my house and tell me how to cook a hamburger.
You wouldn't do it there.
Gotta be crazy.
So don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
Welcome back. LaMoure is going to the championship game to get a rematch with their first-round opponent, Glenwood Lowry, who beat them in that first-round game 10-2, and LaMoure makes their way back through the losers bracket back to the championship game, and we'll see if they can complete the storybook comeback and defeat the team that defeated them, or if Glenwood Lowry will take the momentum from that Broken Bow game and capture a championship for themselves. We will have Let me take a look here really quick. 1 hour and 51 minutes, time of the game, by the way. Let's see here. Right now, it is in the top of the 5th, and the Post 400 Stars have a 7-3 lead over the Williston Keybirds. The Stars have not lost yet, knock on wood, in that Bozeman Invite Tournament. They will have another game with the Bozeman Bucks scheduled for 9:30 start. That's 10:30 Eastern time. Jim, I know it's a late night, but if you feel like staying up for some late night baseball, we'll have it for you here on MSPN Digital Television. All right, well, hey, that's going to take care of this one. Let's take a look at that bracket one last time and just see how we got to this point. So in the first round games, it was Glenwood Lowry defeating LaMoure 10-2. And then Broken Bow defeated Millbank in 5 innings, 10-0. And that would take us to day 2, where LaMoure would pick up a 7-3 win over Millbank. And then in our second game today, it was Glenwood post 187, Lowry post 253, with an exciting 6-5 win over Broken Bow. And Broken Bow now eliminated at the hands of LaMoure with a 3-2 loss, another good game. And that sets up the championship for tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. It's winner take all. One game, the winner is the champion. Glenwood post 187, Lowry post 253 from Minnesota, taking on their easterly neighbors from LaMoure post 19 in North Dakota. That championship game is set for 11:30 a.m. tomorrow, and you can watch it right here on MSPN Digital Television. Don't forget to follow us online, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you'd be so kind to do so. Click join to support us if you would like to do that as well. And anything and everything is appreciated. And also follow us on X to get a broadcast schedule, updates on the Twins Wild, Timberwolves, Frost, your favorite team, Vikings, whoever they might be. We'll get all the news and scores from those teams on our page, as well as Legion news and scores from North Dakota. And we'll do some other cool things every now and then as well. All right, that will do it. Final score here. LaMoure 3, Broken Bow 2. 2 runs in the first for Broken Bow, 1 in the third for LaMoure. It stayed that way until LaMoure scored 2 in the top of the 7th. And Broken Bow put a runner in scoring position on second, but they could not bring him in, and that is your final score as a result. 3-2 here on the Fargo Visitors and Convention Bureau scoreboard. And a big thanks to North Dakota Legion for sponsoring the broadcast down here at Legion Field in Millbank, South Dakota as well. The championship game for tomorrow, LaMoure and Glenwood Lowry. We'll see you then for viewers who are interested in that game. Or we'll be back in about 1 hour from now for the Fargo Post 400 Stars taking on the Bozeman Bucks right here on MSPN Digital Television.
The proceeding has been a copyrighted presentation of MSPN Digital Television. Follow us online by searching MSPN DTV on YouTube and X to find broadcast schedules, on-demand broadcasts, and more. Thanks for watching MSPN Digital Television.